Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be discussing about 3 questions on independent branches. The first question was asked for 12 marks and another 2 questions were asked for 24 marks. Let us take up the questions one by one. This is the first question which was asked for 12 marks. Let's see what are the informations given. Mumbai branch sent the following trial balance to its head office at Delhi as on 31st March 2015. In the trial balance, they have given stock on 1/4/2014, nothing but it is the opening stock. We have 2050, datas 11,600, creditors 9,000, cash in hand 6,650, furniture 2,100, goods from head office 39,000, purchases 61,450, sales 1,15,000, wages 5,900, trade expenses, that is an indirect expense which we debit to the profit and loss account, 5,250, goods returned to head office 1,850, head office account in the books of branch is showing 7,750 credit balance and discount received, which is an income, is 400. Then in the next line they have given stock on 31st March 2015 was 5,800, nothing but it is the closing stock. Past journal entries to incorporate the above figures in the head office books. So in this question the requirement is only to incorporate the items in the books of head office. Okay, they have not asked us to prepare the trading profit and loss account or branch account. So we have to just pass the incorporation entries. And in this question, they have not given any special transactions. Okay, we need to pass only 8 entries, 8 incorporation entries. Let us see the solution now. The first incorporation entry we have to pass for incorporating the debit items of branch trading account. Okay, what are the items we have to show? Here we have to show opening stock, then we have to show purchases, then goods from head office, and one more thing, that is wages. So these are the 4 items we have to show on the debit side of the branch trading account. Now to incorporate, what is the entry we have to pass? The entry will be branch trading account data to Mumbai branch account. Okay, so this is the entry, Mumbai branch trading account data to Mumbai branch account. In the narration we have to write being the incorporation of following debit items of trading account, that is opening stock, purchases, goods from head office and wages. Okay, when you add all these items you will get total of 1,08,400. Okay, then the second incorporation entry has to be passed for incorporating the credit items of branch trading account. The entry is Mumbai branch account data to Mumbai branch trading account. What are the items we have to show in that entry? The items are like sales, closing stock and goods returned to head office. I'll show you the entry. Mumbai branch account data to Mumbai branch trading account. Under that we have to show being the incorporation of credit items of branch trading account, that is sales 1,15,000, closing stock 5,800, goods returned to head office 1,850. So together you get 1,22,650. Okay, after these 2 entries we are going to close the branch trading account to see whether there is gross profit or gross loss. Okay, so here on the debit side we have written 1,08,400 and on the credit side we have 1,22,650. So if you saw credit side is more, so we are writing the same total on both the sides, and if you take the balancing figure you get 14,250. Okay, 14,250. When you get the balancing figure on the debit side, it represents gross profit. Now this gross profit has to be transferred to the next section, that is branch profit and loss account. So now what is the entry we get here? The entry is branch trading account data to branch profit and loss account. Same entry is written here, Mumbai branch trading account data to Mumbai branch profit and loss account, 14,250. After these 3 entries we have to pass the next entry for incorporating the debit item of branch profit and loss account. In this question we see only one indirect expense, that is trade expenses amounting to 5,250. Now to incorporate this, in entry will be branch profit and loss account data to Mumbai branch account. I'll show you the entry, Mumbai branch profit and loss account data to Mumbai branch account, and the narration you can write is being the incorporation of debit item of profit and loss account 5,250. Okay, then the 5th incorporation entry we have to pass for incorporating the credit item of profit and loss account. Here we find only one credit item, that is income, discount received amounting to 400. There are no other incomes. So now to incorporate this, entry will be Mumbai branch account data to Mumbai branch profit and loss account, okay, amounting to 400. We can write the narration like being the incorporation of credit item of profit and loss account. after fifth entry, we are going to close the branch profit and loss account to see whether there is net profit or net loss. Okay. So, I will show you the format here. In the second section, that is branch profit and loss account, we have brought forward the gross profit of the previous section by making the entry by branch trading account 14,250, and then the entry is made for incorporating the debit item, that is trade expenses 5,250, and this is the entry for incorporating the credit item, that is discount received. Okay. Now, when you compare, credit side is more, that is 14,650, same total is written even in the debit side. So, now the difference we get here is 9,400. So, here also we get the balancing figure on the debit side which represent net profit. Now, this net profit has to be transferred to general profit and loss account. So, the entry will be branch profit and loss account data to general profit and loss account. I will show you the entry. Mumbai branch profit and loss account data to general profit and loss account amounting to 9,400. So, these are the 6 incorporation entries relating to branch trading and profit and loss account. Now, another 2 entries will come for incorporating the branch assets and liabilities. Okay. Now, what are the assets we have to incorporate? We have debtors here, cash in hand, furniture, and then closing stock. What is the entry we have to pass? The entry will be various branch assets account data to branch account. Okay, I will show you the entry. So, branch assets account data to Mumbai branch account. Either you can add the amount and write as branch assets, or you can show it separately. Each asset you can show it separately. So, the assets include branch cash, branch debtors, branch furniture and branch stock. So, total amount of assets incorporated is 26,150. Okay. Then the last incorporation entry is for incorporating the liabilities of the branch. Okay. Here we have only one liability, that is creditors. Now, to incorporate that, entry will be Mumbai branch account data to creditors account. Okay. Mumbai branch account data to creditors account, or you can write to branch liabilities account. Here only we have creditors. Okay. So, here we complete all the 8 incorporation entries. So, this is the solution for the first question. Then let us take up the second question. This is the second question which we are discussing now. This question was asked for 24 marks. Let us see what are the informations given in the question. Following is the trial balance of Chennai branch of Madura Limited as on 31st March 2015. In the trial balance they have given stock on 1/4/2014, nothing but opening stock 1,64,000, purchases, then wages, manufacturing expenses, rent, in the bracket it is given, it is paid only for 11 months, then salaries, general expenses, sales returns they have given. Okay. When you incorporate the credit items of the trading account, from the total sales you have to deduct this sales returns. Then goods received from head office they have given, then cash in hand, debtors, creditors, sales. Head office account in the books of branch is showing credit balance of 2,80,000. Discount earned is 3,000, purchases returned 6,600. In the adjustment they have given, closing stock at the branch is valued at 2,87,000. The head office account, head office maintained machinery account and furniture account of the branch. In the head office books, branch machinery stood at 5 lakh and branch furniture stood at 30,000. Depreciation is to be allowed at 15% on machinery and 10% on furniture. Outstanding rent for the month of March 2015 at the branch is rupees 3,000. The branch has remitted rupees 80,000 on 31st March 2015 to the head office, but it was not received by the head office till the last date. Prepare Chennai branch trading and profit and loss account, Chennai branch account, and also pass the incorporation entries. So, in this question, first we have to pass the incorporation entries, then we have to prepare the branch trading profit and loss account, and finally we have to prepare the branch account. Okay. So, now in this question they have given 2 special transactions. Okay. Before we pass the incorporation entries, the entries have to be passed for a special transaction. They are called adjusting entries. Okay. The first special transaction is that head office maintain machinery account and furniture account of the branch. Nothing but the branch fixed assets account are maintained in the books of head office. Then when we have to charge the depreciation, it becomes the special transaction. The entry for that is concerned branch account data to concerned branch assets account. So, here they have given 2 assets, that is machinery account and furniture account, which are maintained in the books of head office. The book value of the machinery is 5 lakh, on that we have to charge 15% depreciation, which comes to 75,000, and the book value of the furniture is 30,000, on that we have to charge 10% depreciation. Now, what is the entry we have to pass? That is the adjusting entry for this depreciation, for charging the depreciation on these two branch asset where the accounts are maintained in the books of head office. The adjusting entry is Chennai branch account data, 2 branch machinery account, on 5 lakh we are charging 15% depreciation, then 2 branch furniture account, on 30,000 we are charging 10% depreciation. Okay, the narration can be being the depreciation on branch fixed assets incorporated. Okay, the total amount of depreciation is 78,000. Then the second special transaction given here is that on 31st March 2015, branch has remitted 80,000 amount to the head office, but it did not reach the head office till the last day of the financial year. So, it becomes the cash in transit. So, now what is the entry for cash in transit? Cash in transit account data to Chennai branch account. So, the narration could be being cash in transit incorporated. After passing these adjusting entries, the next entries will be for incorporation. Okay, the first incorporation entry is for incorporating the debit items of branch trading account. Let us see what are the items given here. Okay, they have given opening stock amounting to 1,64,000. Then purchases they have given 2,56,600. From that we have to deduct purchases returns of 6,600. So, the net purchases will be 2,50,000. Then we have to write goods received from head office 1,44,000. Then wages 1,30,700. Then the last item manufacturing expenses. Okay, these items have to be incorporated. So, the entry will be Chennai branch trading account data to Chennai branch account. I will show you the entry. Chennai branch trading account data to Chennai branch account. Under that we have to write being the incorporation of debit items of trading account 1,64,000. Then purchases 2,50,000. Goods from head office 1,44,000, wages 1,30,700, manufacturing expenses 68,300. So, total amount to be written on the debit side is 7,57,000. Then the next entry will be for incorporating the credit items of the branch trading account. Here they have given sales amounting to 6,99,000, but they have also given sales returns. Okay, here they have given, so that should be deducted. So, ultimately net sales will be 6,94,000. Then one more item is closing stock. Okay, so these are the two items to be written on the credit side. Now, the incorporation entry will be Chennai branch account data to Chennai branch trading account. So, 6,94,000 net sales and 2,87,000 closing stock. So, total amount will be 9,81,000. After these two entries, we are going to close the branch trading account to see whether there is gross profit or gross loss. Okay. So, now you can see that the credit side we have 9,81,000 and debit side we have 7,57,000. So, we get the balancing figure on the debit side which represent gross profit. Okay, amounting to 2,24,000, which has to be transferred to the next section, that is branch profit and loss account. So, the entry will be Chennai branch trading account data to Chennai branch profit and loss account. Okay. Now, fourth incorporation entry will be for incorporating the debit items of branch profit and loss account. Here we have to show the items like rent, that is we have to add the outstanding rent also. Here it is given that the outstanding rent for the month of March is 3,000. So, together total rent will be 36,000. Then salaries we have to take 1,20,000. General expenses 31,000. So, these are the three indirect expenses they have given in the trial balance. In addition to that, here the branch machinery and branch furnitures are used at the branch. So, the depreciation charge on that is here 78,000, it should be taken into consideration in the profit and loss account because those are the assets used at the branch. Okay. So, these are the four items we have to show on the debit side of the branch profit and loss account. So, to incorporate that, entry will be Chennai branch profit and loss account data to Chennai branch account. Under that being the incorporation of following debit items like rent plus outstanding 36,000 total, salaries 1,20,000, general expenses 31,000, depreciation 78,000. So, in total it will be 2,65,000. Okay. Then the next entry will be for incorporating the credit item of the branch profit and loss account, that is discount earned amounting to 3,000. The entry will be Chennai branch account data to Chennai branch profit and loss account being the incorporation of credit item amounting to 3,000. After this fifth entry, we are going to close the branch profit and loss account to see whether there is net profit or net loss. Okay. In this format, I have brought forward the gross profit amounting to 2,24,000 from the trading account by branch trading account. Then the debit given here is for the total expenses 2,65,000, and this is for discount earned 3,000. Okay. Now you can see here that total of the debit side is more than the credit side. So you get the balancing figure here on the credit side, okay, amounting to 38,000. So now the balancing figure on the credit side represent the net loss. Now this net loss has to be transferred to the general profit and loss account. So the entry here will be general profit and loss account data to branch profit and loss account. So the same entry is written here, general profit and loss account data to Chennai branch profit and loss account. So the amount is 38,000, which we got here as a balancing figure. These 6 entries relating to incorporation of branch trading and profit and loss account, we have to show the incorporation entry for assets and liabilities. Okay, let us see what are the assets given in the question. They have given here cash in hand, datas and closing stock. So now to incorporate this, entry will be branch assets account data to branch account. I will show you the entry. Branch cash account data, branch datas account data, branch stock account data to Chennai branch account. The next incorporation entry will be for incorporating the liabilities of the branch. Here there are 2 liabilities, that is creditors and outstanding rent amounting to 3,000. So the entry is Chennai branch account data to branch creditors account 54,100 and branch outstanding rent account 3,000. Okay, here we complete all the 8 incorporation entries. After this, we have to show the branch trading and profit and loss account. Nothing but whatever the incorporation entries we have passed just now, the same have to be posted here. Okay, so 2 opening stock we are showing, then 2 purchases less written, goods received from head office, 2 wages, manufacturing expenses. Then on the credit side, we have sales less returns, closing stock. Then we are going to close the branch trading account and we get the gross profit of 2,24,000. This gross profit has been brought down to the next section, that is to the branch profit and loss account by way of writing by branch trading account. Okay. After that, we have to show here on the debit side all the indirect expenses, rent plus outstanding, salaries, general expenses, depreciation on machinery and furniture. So we get the total of the debit side as more. Okay. And when we deduct the discount earned and the gross profit, we get the balancing figure of 38,000, which is the net loss to be transferred to the general profit and loss account. After this, we have to prepare the branch account in the books of head office. Okay, as I said in the previous sessions, when we are preparing the branch account in the books of head office, it has to start with the opening balance, either to balance brought down or by balance brought down. Okay. Opening balance is nothing but what is the branch account balance as per the books of head office. In this case, they have given branch account as per the books of head office is 3,60,000. If this information is not available in any other question, in that case, we have to take the reverse balance of head office account in the books of branch. It will be given in the trial balance. In this case, here it is given. Okay, but in this case, they have directly given what is the branch account balance as per the books of head office. The same thing can be directly taken. Here, first we have to show the opening balance, that is to balance brought down 3,60,000. After that, we have to post the adjusting entries. First adjusting entry was for charging the depreciation on branch assets where the assets accounts are maintained in the books of head office. We had charged the depreciation on branch furniture and machinery. So the entry there was branch account data to branch machinery account and branch furniture account. Then the next adjusting entry was for cash in transit. The entry was cash in transit account data to branch account. The next incorporation entry was for incorporating the debit items of branch trading account. So here the entry will be branch trading account data to branch account. Then for incorporating the credit items, the entry was Chennai branch account data to branch trading account. The next one was for incorporating the debit items of branch profit and loss account. So branch profit and loss account data to branch account. Then the next entry was for incorporating the credit item of profit and loss account. The entry is Chennai branch account data to profit and loss account. After that, we have to pass the incorporation entry for assets and liabilities. Okay, the entry is branch assets, various branch assets account data to Chennai branch account. So you can add all those items and write here, or you can show the assets separately. Okay, branch assets account data to Chennai branch account. After that, the last entry was for incorporating the liabilities of the branch. The entry was Chennai branch account data to liabilities account. So here the Chennai branch account will tally at 14,79,100. So this is the solution for the second question, which usually comes for 24 marks, where we had to pass 2 adjusting entries, then 8 incorporation entries. After that, we had to prepare branch trading profit and loss account, and finally the branch account. Okay. Then let us take up the third question. This is the third question, which was asked for 24 marks in the year 2014 and 2017. Let us see what are the informations given in the question. Leo Limited has an independent branch at Kundapur. The following is the trial balance of Kundapur branch as on 31st December 2013. In the debit side of the trial balance, they have given opening stock 82,000, purchases 1,28,000, wages 65,500, manufacturing expenses 34,000, rent 17,000, salaries 55,000, debtors 40,000, general expenses 20,000, goods from head office 72,000, cash at bank 7,500. Then on the credit side, we find creditors 27,000, sales 3,49,500, discount earned 1,500, purchases returns 3,000, head office account is showing a credit balance, okay, that is 1,40,000. Additional information, the first one, closing stock at the branch was 1,43,500. The branch fixed assets maintained at head office books were machinery rupees 2,50,000 and furniture 10,000, and depreciation is to be allowed at 10% on machinery and 25% on furniture. And the third adjustment, outstanding rent payable was rupees 1,500. Fourth one, a remittance of rupees 40,000 made by the branch on 25th December 2013 was received by the head office on 4th January 2014. The goods sent by head office on 28th December 2013 for rupees 20,000 were received by the branch on 5th January 2014. The branch account in the books of head office showed a balance of rupees 2 lakh debit balance. Okay, you are required to pass journal entries to incorporate the branch trial balance in the books of head office. Second requirement, you have to prepare branch trading profit and loss account in the books of head office, and finally prepare Kundapur branch account in the books of head office. Okay, so these are the informations given in the question. When this kind of question is given, first we have to identify how many special transactions are there between the head office and independent branch. Okay, because before we pass incorporation entries, we have to pass the entries for adjustment, that is special transactions. Okay, in this case we find 3 special transactions, that is for charging the depreciation on branch assets where the accounts are maintained in the books of head office. Then there is goods in transit as well as cash in transit. Okay, so these are the 3 special transactions that took place between the head office and independent branch. So now for that, first we have to pass the adjustment entries, then we will be taking up the incorporation entries. Okay, they have given the second adjustment, that the branch fixed assets maintained in the books of head office were machinery with the book value of 2,50,000 and furniture with the book value of 10,000, and the depreciation to be allowed at 10% on machinery and 15% on furniture. Now coming to the depreciation on machinery, on 2,50,000 we have to calculate 10%, which comes to 25,000, and the second one, depreciation on furniture will be 15% on 10,000, which comes to 1,500. Now what is the entry we have to pass for adjustment? The entry will be Kundapur branch account data to Kundapur branch machinery account, then to Kundapur branch furniture account. I will show you the entry. So this is the entry, Kundapur branch account data to Kundapur branch machinery account to Kundapur branch furniture account. Then the second adjustment, that is special transaction, is the fourth one, that is a remittance of rupees 40,000 made by the branch on 25th December 2013 was received by the head office on 4th January 2014. The financial year ends on 31st December 2013. Till then the head office did not receive the cash remitted, so it will be considered as cash in transit amounting to 40,000. Okay. In addition to that, the third special transaction is goods sent by head office to the branch amounting to rupees 20,000 on 28 December 2013, but it has been received by the branch on 5th January 2014. Again here also, till 31st 12 2013, the branch did not receive the goods sent by the head office. So, it will be considered as goods in transit. So, for cash in transit and goods in transit, you can pass the compound entry. The entry will be goods in transit account data 20,000, cash in transit account data 40,000, to Kundapur branch account 60,000. Okay. These are the two adjusting entries you have to pass before passing the incorporation entry. After that, we have to pass the first incorporation entry for incorporating the debit items of the branch trading account. So, what are the items we come across on the debit side of the branch trading account? Let's see what are the information given in this question. We have to write opening stock of 82,000, purchases 1,28,000. From that, we have to deduct purchases returns of 3,000. We have to write only 1,25,000 net purchases. Then wages we have to include 65,500, manufacturing expenses 34,000. Then one more item, that is goods received from head office 72,000. So these are the total debit item which we have to incorporate in the first entry. Now what is the entry we have to write? The entry will be branch trading account data to branch account. I will show you the entry. Kundapur branch trading account data to Kundapur branch account. In the narration, you can write all these items and the total debit will be 3,78,500. After this first incorporation entry, the second incorporation entry will be for incorporating the credit items of the branch trading account. Now, what are the credit items we come across in this question? The items will be sales amounting to 3,49,500. Then we have to include closing stock. We don't have any sales returns or goods returned to head office. Okay, we have only two items, that is sales 3,49,500 and one more item, closing stock. Now, what is the entry for incorporating this credit item? The entry will be Kundapur branch account data to Kundapur branch trading account amounting to total of 4,93,000. Okay. So now, after these two entries, we are going to close the branch trading account to find out whether there is gross profit or gross loss. On the debit side, we have 3,78,500. On the credit side, we have 4,93,000. Obviously, credit side is more than the debit side. So, we get the balancing figure on the debit side which represent gross profit. Now, this gross profit has to be transferred to the next section, that is branch profit and loss account. So, the entry will be branch trading account data to branch profit and loss account. Same entry is shown here. Kundapur branch trading account data to Kundapur branch profit and loss account. The balance remaining, that is the gross profit, is 1,14,500. Okay. After this, we have to show the incorporation entry for incorporating the debit items of the profit and loss account. Let us see what are the items we have to show here. The items are rent. It is given 17,000 in the trial balance. In addition to that, we have to add here outstanding rent of 1,500. Then we have to include salaries, then general expenses, then no other indirect expenses are given in the trial balance, but we have to include one more item, that is depreciation charged on branch machinery and branch furniture, because these are the assets which are used at the branch. Okay. So, to incorporate all these debit items of the profit and loss account, what is the entry we have to pass? The entry will be branch profit and loss account data to Kundapur branch account. So, total amount of debit given to the profit and loss account will be 1,20,000. Okay. After that, we have to pass the next entry for incorporating the credit item of the branch profit and loss account. Here we have only one item, that is discount earned amounting to 1,500. Now, what is the entry we have to pass? The entry will be Kundapur branch account data to Kundapur branch profit and loss account. After this entry, we are going to close the profit and loss account to see whether there is net profit or net loss. Okay. Now, on the credit side, we have brought forward the gross profit of 1,14,500. Then we have one credit item, that is discount earned 1,500. Total of the credit side will be 1,16,000. But on the debit side, we have 1,20,000. Nothing but here the debit side is more than the credit side. So, we get the balancing figure on the credit side which represent net loss. Okay. So, this net loss has to be transferred to the general profit and loss account. So, the entry will be general profit and loss account data to Kundapur branch account or Kundapur branch profit and loss account. So these are the incorporation entries with regard to branch trading profit and loss account. Okay, since we have completed all these incorporation entries, I will show you the branch profit and loss account here itself. Okay, on the debit side of the branch trading account, we have two Kundapur branch account. Under that, opening stock, purchases less returns, goods received from head office, wages and manufacturing expenses. Then to incorporate the credit item, we have written Kundapur branch account data to Kundapur branch trading account. So under that, sales and closing stock. When you close the trading account, we get the gross profit of 1,14,500, which has been brought forward to the next section, that is 1,14,500. Then in the profit and loss account, we have debited all these indirect expenses. Okay. Then here on the credit side, we have shown that one credit item, that is discount earned, amounting to 1,500. After that, here we are going to close the profit and loss account. We have 1,20,000 on both the sides as a total. Okay, when you're taking the balancing figure, here we get on the credit side, that is 4,000. So this represents net loss. This net loss has to be transferred to the general profit and loss account. So the entry here is general profit and loss account data to branch profit and loss account. Okay, so these are the 6 incorporation entries with regard to branch trading profit and loss account. Now another 2 entries we have to pass for incorporating the branch assets and liabilities. The entries are, for incorporating the branch cash, data and stock, the entry is branch cash account data 7,500, branch data account data 40,000, branch stock account data 1,43,500 to Kundapur branch account. Then for incorporating the liabilities of the branch, we have the entry Kundapur branch account data. There are 2 liabilities. One is creditors, which is given in the trial balance, and one more is the other liability which is given in the adjustment, that is outstanding rent. Okay, to incorporate that, the entry will be Kundapur branch account data to branch creditors account 27,000 and to branch outstanding rent account 1,500. So after this, we have to prepare Kundapur branch account in the books of head office. As I said in the previous question also, the branch account has to start with the opening balance, that is what is the branch account balance as per the books of head office. Here they have given in the second adjustment. The branch account in the head office book showed a debit balance of rupees 2 lakh. So this will be the opening balance for the branch account. So let us prepare the branch account now. So this is the branch account. First we will be writing the opening balance, that is 2 lakh. Okay. After that, we have to show the adjusting entries to be posted here to the branch account. The adjusting entries were the charging the depreciation on the branch furniture and machinery. The entry there was branch account data to branch machinery account and branch furniture account. Then the second adjusting entry was for goods in transit and cash in transit. The entry will be goods in transit account data to Kundapur branch account and cash in transit account data to Kundapur branch account. After that, we have to pass the or post the incorporation entries here. The first incorporation entry was for incorporating the debit item. The entry was branch trading account data to Kundapur branch account. So here it will be by branch trading account 3,78,500. Then for incorporating the credit item, the entry will be branch account data to branch trading account. After that, for incorporating the debit items of profit and loss account, the entry is branch profit and loss account data to branch account 1,20,000. Then the next incorporation entry for incorporating the credit items of the profit and loss account, branch account data to branch profit and loss account. Okay. After this, we have to incorporate the assets and liabilities. We have 3 assets: branch data account data, branch cash account data, branch stock account data to Kundapur branch account. So the entry has come on the credit side. Then the last entry for incorporating the liabilities of the branch. So the entry here is Kundapur branch account data to creditors account and to outstanding rent account. So when you write all these entries here, so the branch account will tally at 7,49,500. So this is the solution to the third question which we have discussed in this session. Okay. So thank you for watching.